So we found reductions in retained placenta, clinical endometritis, subclinical endometritis, numerically less metritis. So if you pull all together with the other disease, we saw less morbidity, okay? So from 50 to 36% of the cows had some clinical event in the first 105 days in milk. So there was a reduction in overall morbidity, although the person who asked the question is correct. We saw an increase in lameness from about 2% to 6%. So what was lameness in the experiment? So to enroll a cow, she had to be healthy, not lame. When she was enrolled in the experiment, have 4 functional quarters. That was the inclusion criteria for the experiment. So somewhere between enrollment to the completion of the 105-day experiment, that cow was diagnosed with lameness, and lameness was based on a lameness scoring 1 through 5. For those of you who are not familiar, 1 would be a cow that stands and walks with a straight back. She never arches her back. A 2 would be a cow that stands straight back, and she walks and she arches her back because she's trying to defend one of the legs from excess weight as she walks. So that would be walking arch. 3 would be standing and walking with an arched back. So lameness was a lameness score 3 or greater. And we had more. Why? We don't know exactly why. But it's a small incidence. Yeah, we're going from 2 to 6%, meaning that we have 2 cows versus 5 cows that we diagnose lameness. But it's there. It needs to be replicated. In reality, all of this needs to be replicated. So a single experiment doesn't answer all the questions, and a single experiment applies to those conditions. So what needs to be done is more experiments need to be done looking at these responses to hopefully corroborate them and clarify whether lameness changes with feeding those trace minerals. In general, you would think that a more bioavailable, particularly zinc source, which is important for tissue replenishment and integrity, would result in less lameness, as been shown in other experiments. But we didn't see that here.